Hey everybody, this is Fran Fraschella, draft expert and basketball junkie. To everybody who's watching, let's get our friends at General Manager Games the subscribers they deserve. Just press that red subscriber button and immerse yourself in sports AI through GM Games content. And on Twitter, it's GM_games. Let's get after it. Let's go.
And we're back at the Toronto Blue Jays Career Sim. I'm JayBlue. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to bring you the next week of action. It's Monday, May 16th here. And we are going to be playing the Boston Red Sox. We open up our series today. And we'll just check out our schedule, see what's upcoming this week. We have a 4-game set against the Red Sox and a 3-game set against the Angels, and Red Sox are right behind us in the standings. We're now 5 games back of the Yankees. We're really falling quickly, but we're right ahead of the Red Sox, so we're definitely in a good position there. We are in first in the wild card race, and let's just take a look at standings overall, see how the Angels are doing. The Angels are in second last place here in the West Division in the American League. So we have 2 opponents below 500, so we're hoping we can do some damage and maybe make some hay against the Yankees, who are pretty much killing it. If we go back to the standings, we'll see that the Yankees have the best record in baseball and that we would be in first place in the National League Central and the National League East, so we would be in first place in 2 divisions with our record the way it is. The Yankees are just kind of demolishing everybody. All right, here we go. We've got Hyunjin Ryu and Chris Sale. And we did win. We have a personal message. Yusniel Diaz's recovery is unclear. Let's just check out where he is. Is he on the injured list? He is out. He is on the injured list. He can return, but he is, we don't know when he's going to be back. He's got those oblique strains, which are pretty, pretty tough to predict when they're going to be back. And so in this win, we won 7-4. Another multi-hit game, 3 hits for Luis Garcia. He did hit a home run and hit a double. Big game for Garcia. Guerrero 1 for 5. Another home run for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who was also 1 for 5. J.D. Martinez 3 for 4, and he hit a double. Bo Bichette was 2 for 5, and Jansen and Grichuk each had a hit. Ryu with a decent start. I mean, the 4 walks is not great, and no strikeouts is not great either, but Paul Campbell gave up a run. Chad Green, Ken Giles, really, that back of the bullpen has been pretty solid. And Luis Garcia is our player of the game. Okay, next game against the Boston Red Sox. James Paxton against Brian Mata. And we win again. We have picked up a game on the Yankees. We picked that up with the game yesterday. Now, before we check out the game, Paxton did pick up an injury. He's got a sore thumb, but he's going to be okay. Shane Farrell, our scouting director, went to Australia, and he found Paddy Olchin. Doesn't appear to be going to be doing much. So, yeah, Olchin is not really projected to be much of a prospect. All right, back to that win, 5-3 against the Red Sox. Steven Souza went 2 for 3 with a home run and a walk. He is our player of the game. So hopefully a decent pickup there after, we started to lose some outfielders. Steven Souza 2 for 3, 3 RBI. Bo Bichette with a 2 RBI game. Luis Garcia with a double. Kevin Biggio with a double. And Chavez Young with a double. I think that's his first major league double. So Chavez Young here in the major leagues, finally getting off the schneid a little bit. James Paxton, a little bit of an injury here. He came out of the game early, but a strong start otherwise. Colton Eastman giving up a couple of runs. Scott Oberg's couple scoreless. Chad Green, 1 run. Tim Meza, 1 scoreless inning. And Curtis Taylor with the save. And back here, so we have swept the first 2 games. I shouldn't have jinxed that. Anthony Kay starting game 3 against Adbert Alzolay. And it's another win for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays win 12-6. Anthony Kay got the win. He was pretty good. 2 earned runs, but 4 runs overall, 5 1/3, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Paul Campbell and Wade Davis gave up some runs. Curtis Taylor, strong outing, and Chad Green. Bo Bichette was our player of the game. He was 4 for 6, a home run, a triple, 2 singles, just missing that cycle by a double while scoring 2 runs, driving in 4. Big game there for Bo. He's got his batting average up to .303, and so far this is so far his best season, I think. Luis Garcia, another couple hits. Lourdes Gurriel, Steven Souza also with home runs. Biggio with 2 hits. Gurriel with 2 hits. And Vladdy Jr. with a couple of hits. He hit a double. So Vladdy's cooled down a little bit. But, 3 games out of 4. And here's our 4th game with Nate Pearson against Eduardo Rodriguez. And it's a loss, so we do not get the sweep in that series. Bo Bichette had another great game, another 4-hit game, a double and 3 singles. He's up to .317 average. Luis Garcia, 3 for 5. He's up to .343. Vladdy Guerrero, Grichuk, Bichette, Garcia with 2 doubles, and that's the extra base hit tally for this game. And Nate Pearson, 5 runs, but only 2 were earned. He didn't take the loss. That was Curtis Taylor who took the loss in the 9th inning as the Red Sox have a walk-off win. Pearson, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, but 5 earned runs in that time is not pleasant. Well, okay, after that loss, it's time to regroup. We're going to head to Los Angeles, so crossing the country. This is a pretty quick turnaround, crossing the country to get to the West Coast, and we lose the first game. Probably some jet lag, I think. 8-1 loss. Taking the brunt was Sean Reed Foley, and the bullpen really had to play catch up here. Paul Campbell gave up a run, so did Wade Davis. Curtis Taylor with a strong outing, and just 4 hits for the Jays. Guerrero, Biggio, and Bichette with doubles. So that was a very disappointing beginning to that game. We got Hyunjin Ryu back on the mound. He's going to look to bring that ERA down maybe below 5. It's another loss, and Wade Davis is a mild injury, so we're going to put Davis on the injured list. 15-day injured list for Davis. Let's take a look at this game. 9-8 loss, and this is a team that's actually pretty bad. Luis Garcia went 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Bo Bichette is continuing to play really, really well. He's red hot, 2 for 4, including a home run, 2 for 5 for Danny Jansen. Steven Souza was 1 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and Santiago Espinal 1 for 4 with 2 RBI. Hyunjin Ryu got pasted. 7 of those runs were against him. Tim Meza gave up the other 2, taking the loss. So Davis goes on the injured list. We need to find a replacement. We're going to go down to Buffalo. Who do we have who can take his place? Well, Julian Fernandez is doing very well here. I'm almost thinking we need to bring up Elvis Luciano. Let's do that. All right. Patrick Murphy's going to get another chance in the rotation in Buffalo. So this is going to be interesting. Elvis Luciano, I'm going to keep him in the bullpen for now. He's in a setup role, so that improves his role a little bit. And he's going to be groomed, I think. We're going to see if he can move into a starter's role, maybe taking over for Ryu. His stamina is pretty solid at 55. All right, here's the final game of our sim. James Paxton is healthy again. He is going to face Junior Guerra. And a loss. We were swept after such a great start, 3 wins in a row. We were swept by the Angels. Offensively, 5 hits, 2 for Vladdy Guerrero, double for Espinal, a double for Lourdes Gurriel, and a single for Bichette. Stint with a decent start, 5 2/3, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 hits. Chad Green, but Curtis Taylor gave up 3 more runs. That put it out of reach for the Jays. Well, we have an important message. Wade Davis injury diagnosis. All right. Rendon wins the AL. I think that should have gone to Bo Bichette. He was 12 for 22. That's pretty damn good. I find that they really are big on batting average when it comes to giving away the Player of the Week honors. If they've got a really high batting average, that may take precedence over somebody who's got 5 home runs. But in this case, Rendon has a batting average above 500 in this week, and he's got 5 home runs and 17 RBI. So now that the week is done, let's check out the minor leagues. And we go to our schedule, and we're going to head down to Buffalo. Buffalo also with a mediocre record, 3-4. They won against Pawtucket in the first game of the series. Paolo Oosting and Riley Adams with big games. Riley Adams was just placed on the Blue Jays 40-man roster as the deadline for roster movement came in the real world, and the deadline came for placing people on the roster to protect against the Rule 5 draft. Julian Fernandez got lit up here a little bit. And a 7-5 loss in 12 innings. That means a lot of relievers are getting some action. Kaz Tsutsumi got beat up a bit. But Kyle Keller, Ty Tice, Zach Eflin. Eflin gave up a run in 1 1/3, but otherwise fairly strong. Spencer Turnbow there with the start. Not a lot of offense, 7 hits in 12 innings. A 10-6 loss here to the Pawtucket Red Sox. They're the Boston Red Sox AAA affiliate. Big games from Ryan Noda, Michael Toglia, and Jonathan VR. VR with a home run and doubles from Toglia and Noda, and Joey Murray gave up a bunch of runs, and so did Homer Bailey. 8-2 now for loss for the Bisons. Just 6 hits, 2 for Kevin Vicuña. Roansy Contreras got hit around a little bit, but not too badly. And I mean, the rest of the pitching staff wasn't great, other than Jordan Romano. Okay, facing Rochester, a 6-2 win here. Josh Palacios with a hit, a couple RBIs for Ryan Noda, who hit a home run. Cullen Large also hit a home run. And Gabby Moreno, he's been slumping. He had a great start to the season, but he has been slumping. That on-base percentage is now under 300. Luciano with a strong start, and we've just brought him back up to the major leagues. 8-7 loss here to Rochester. Ryan Noda, another big game. Another double. He's racking them up now. He's in a groove. Jonathan VR, another big game too. He wants to get back to the major leagues. Gabby Moreno, 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts, and Paolo Oosting, 3 for 5. Kevin Vicuña, 2 for 5. Simeon Woods-Richardson got banged up here, 6 runs, 2 home runs in 2 innings. Kaz Tatsumi, Julian Fernandez went 3 innings, and that's pretty long outing for him. And finally, a 5-3 win against Rochester. Oosting still hot, 2 hits here, including a double. Josh Palacios with a triple and a home run. Just a home run. He had 4 total bases. And Spencer Turnbull, 7 strikeouts in 5 2/3. And what about the Fisher Cats? Well, the Fisher Cats here went on a little 3-game win streak. So that's a nice streak against the Harrisburg, it's Hartford, not Harrisburg, Hartford Yard Goats. Trenton, they lost 7-6 in 12 innings. Couple hits here for Zach Ashford, couple hits for Will Robertson, couple hits for Jacob Barfield. It's not Jeremy, that's Jacob. Robertson, Clemens with doubles. Kyle Bradish, Bobby Johnson, Hansel Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a nice outing there. 2 scoreless. Trenton Thunder 10-7. Tanner Morris with a couple of hits here. Nick Podkuhl, Casey Clemens, Jacob Barfield there. Home runs for Robertson, Clemens, and Podkuhl. So Robertson with his 3rd of the year, I believe. His 2nd of the year. 3rd for Clemens and Podkuhl. Alek Manoah now. 5 runs allowed. So that's disappointing. That's probably one of his worst starts this year so far. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. 10-2 loss here against Trenton. They're the Yankees AAA club. Just 3 hits for the Jays. Jordan Groshans getting smoked here. No hits at all. He hasn't done much, although it looks like he's going to go on a bit of a run. Otto Lopez with a home run, and that is Otto Lopez is also just added to the Blue Jays 40-man roster, along with Riley Adams and a few other guys. Well, facing Hartford was enough to get them off the schneid. They pick up a win here with 2 hits from Lopez, including a double. Chris Beck had a couple doubles. 3 hits from Tanner Morris. And everybody else got 1 hit. Jacob Barfield, Griffin Conine, Groshans, Ashford, Steinmetz, and Danner. Josh Winkowski, an okay start. 4 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Everybody else gave up at least 1 run. Here's a good pitching performance from Graham Spraker. He's coming back. He's got a 5.54 ERA, but he's on the comeback train. 3 hits for Jake Brodt, 2 for Tanner Morris, and 2 for Otto Lopez. Jordan Groshans 1 for 4. And a 10-4 win. Groshans here 2 for 4. Home run for Will Robertson. That is number 3. Philip Clark, Casey Clemens also with 2 hits. And Kyle Bradish, a solid start here. 3 earned runs, 4 runs total. 6 innings, 1 walk, 6 hits. And finally a 12-9 loss. Griffin Conine, 4 hits, including a home run, and Casey Clemens with 1 hit. But Jordan Groshans here, 2 for 4, 4 RBI, and a home run and a double. Alek Manoah got blasted, 7 runs on 9 hits in 2 innings. So that's the New Hampshire Fisher Cats week. Let's take a look at the Dunedin Blue Jays. Dunedin Blue Jays have been pretty bad. They're 14-30. They got 3 wins and 4 losses. Charlotte is Nick Gonzalez with a hit here. That was a double. Miguel Geraldo 0 for 4. And Gonzalez also stole a base. Antonio Saldana got hit a little bit here, walking for Troy Watson. Decent outing there. 3 innings, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, and Daysbel Hernandez scoreless. 8th inning to finish it off. Against Charlotte, again, 5-4 loss. Nick Gonzalez 1 hit. Johnny Aiello with 2. Kinoshita with 2. Miguel Geraldo with 2. And Francisco Ruiz with 3 hits. He's continuing to hit well, even in his new level. One of our 3 wins, a 9-4 win. That looked like it was pretty much in hand early on after 3 runs in the first inning and 3 runs in the second inning. And Adrian Ramos, big game, 2 walks, 2 hits, including a home run, sorry. PK Morris with a home run. Patrick with a 3-run shot. It looks like 2-run shot, but also picked up another RBI. Miguel Geraldo with 2 hits. He's bringing that batting average up a little bit. And Nick Gonzalez 1 for 4. On the mound, Alex Nolan, good Canadian boy. Solid outing there for Nolan. 6-3 loss to Charlotte. 3 hits here for Leonardo Jimenez, including a double. Miguel Geraldo with a double. Patrick Morris with a double. And Nick Gonzalez 1 for 4, 2 walks. Eric Pardinho got hit quite a bit, or he struggled with his control. 6 walks in 3 innings for him. Now we get a couple wins here. So here's one against St. Lucie, 2-1 win in 10 innings. Not a lot of offense. Adrian Ramos with a couple hits. Francisco Ruiz, a couple hits. Johnny Aiello with a home run, his 10th of the year. Justin Maesi, an excellent start here. Let's hope he can put a few more of these together. Well, this was not down to the pitching, but the Blue Jays did rally late. 4 runs in the 9th inning after giving up 4 in the 9th. for a 13-12 victory. As you can see, Adrian Ramos, 4 hits. Big game for Ramos, including a home run. Patrick Morris with a home run, but that was his only hit. 2 hits for Kinoshita, 2 hits for Talley, and 2 hits for Francisco Ruiz. On the mound, Antonio Saldana got hit pretty hard. Andrew McInvale got hit for a couple runs. Castaneda for 1 run and 2/3 of an inning. Chris Rivera 3 runs in a third of an inning. And Daysbel Hernandez with a run in 2/3 of an inning. And the final game of this week was a 9-5 loss to St. Lucie. And 2 hits for Justin Ammons, 3 for Angel Camacho. Trey Dillard with a decent start, 4 walks though. Reuter Hernandez with 3 innings of 1-run ball. Fitz Stadler got hit hard, and Josh Hyatt got hit hard. And let's finally head down to Lansing, where our Lugnuts went 2-4. The first one was a 3-1 win against Fort Wayne. Solarte, Schwecke, Grant Richardson, Josiah Miller with some hits, Shane Horwitz. So Josiah Miller was just promoted. Jack Perkins with a decent start here, so he's brought that ERA down to 6.69. And Juan Diaz continues to pitch well, and Winder Garcia with the save. The next was a 17-7 loss. That's pretty ugly on the mound. Nathaniel Perez, Ethan Smith, he didn't even register an inning. Logan Bender, another 5 runs. 5 runs each for these first 3 guys. Kendall Williams also gave up a couple runs. Bobby Seymour hit 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Big game for him. He also walked twice. Josiah Miller hit a double, but that's about it for the offense. An 0-1 loss, just 3 hits. Miller, Richardson, and Rodriguez. Brandon Eisert lasted a third of an inning. He was injured. 4 days out. Sam Ryan was also injured. He's okay now. And Ethan Smith was injured. He's going to go on the injured list. Really not a good game for our pitchers. Still, they only gave up 1 run. The next was a loss, 13-6 to the Great Lakes Loons. 6 runs, 4 hits from John Solarte, 2 hits from Josiah Miller, 2 from Grant Richardson, 2 from Yorman Rodriguez. So big game all around for some of those hitters, but Adam Kloffenstein gave up 4 runs, Lazaro Estrada gave up 3, and Brendan Carr gave up 5 runs, with Luis Quinones giving up a run. 8-0 loss here, just 3 hits overall. Solarte, Rivas, and Bradley. Ian Bedell gave up 5 runs. Kendall Williams gave up 3. Just ugly game all around. And finally, salvaging a 3-2 win against the Great Lakes Loons. Grant Richardson, Davis Schneider with a double. Bobby Seymour and John Solarte. So just 4 hits. The offense on this team is not really playing well. And Jack Perkins, 5 innings of 1-run ball. He did walk 5, but otherwise pretty strong outing. And that wraps it up for our Lansing Lugnuts. It wraps it up for our summary of what went on with this week in the Blue Jays system. The Blue Jays have dropped from being ranked 5th in the power rankings to ranking 9th. We are now 8 games behind the Yankees, thanks to that sweep and those 4 losses in a row to the Red Sox and the Los Angeles Angels. We're still ahead of the Red Sox in the standings by quite a bit, but winning 3 out of 4 did help with that, but we are also still in the wild card race, 3 games up on the second wild card spot. But it's a little bit not as secure as it might have been. We are going to be coming up to the draft very soon. We've got about 2 more weeks, so hopefully you'll stick with us, and thanks for joining us. I'm JayBlue. You can find me at Jays From Away on Twitter. That was my my Twitter handle, at Jays From Away. You can also read my work at bluejaysfromaway.com. And thanks for joining us on the General Manager Games channel. Have a great day, everybody.